One of the most difficult things for people to understand is the concept of free choice. So free choice meaning, how does it work that I have free choice, but HaShem knows the future? Say I have free choice, great, but you also said that at the same time I have free choice, I can do whatever I want, HaShem knows the future. So if he already knows the future, how is my choice free? That's a very difficult concept for people to understand. In a simple way, it's this. If, let's say, for example, I write down on a piece of paper everything that you're going to do tomorrow. And then I put it in an envelope, we put it into a safe, and the guys over here are going to stay overnight, watch the safe. You go on your day, you do whatever you want. Tomorrow we come back to the same place, we open the safe, everybody's witnesses, we open the envelope, we read everything that I wrote down today about what you're going to do tomorrow, and you see that I already wrote everything that you're going to do tomorrow today, meaning I knew the future. Did me knowing your future affect your decision? No, right? Because I wrote it on a piece of paper. That's the same concept. Meaning, HaKadosh Baruch Hu knows the future, but he does not affect your free choice to choose it. Why? Because for HaKadosh Baruch Hu, he is one. What does it mean he is one? It's not that there's just one God. It's not just that. Meaning he is one is that he doesn't have parts. We have parts. We have a body. We have different body parts. Our neshama is separate from the body. Our ideas are separate from us. For Hashem, there's no separation. He is one. The past, the present, the future, his thoughts, his reality, it's all a piece of one. There is nothing separate from him, which means that when he created the world, and he created the past, the present, and the future, so he already created all of the possibilities that are the outcome of your choices. Which means that you can pick whatever you want, he already knows it. What is that like? Imagine you are on a highway and you're driving, and now you get to a fork in the road, but not a fork that's typical 1, 2, or 3 option, but rather 100 options, 1,000 options. If you go right, you're going to end up in Honolulu. If you go left, you're going to end up in Texas. If you go in the middle, you're going to end up in Zimbabwe. If you go slightly right, but northeast, northwest, somewhere there, you're going to end up in Israel, and so on and so forth. Each road leads to a different destination, right? That is your free choice. You can pick whatever you want. The destination is there regardless of what you pick. Meaning, whether you choose to go right and end up in Texas or not, Texas will always be there. Whether you choose to go left and end up in Honolulu, it doesn't really make a difference. Honolulu will always be there. Why? Because the designer already placed it there. That's in essence a HaKadosh Baruch Hu. In a very microcosm explanation of it, is that regardless of what choice you have, the outcome is already there. What you choose is which outcome you want. Do you want Israel? Do you want Texas? Do you want Honolulu? Do you want this wife? Do you want that wife? You make that choice. As the Gemara says, Akol midei shamayim chutz miyirat shamayim. Everything is from heaven except the fear of heaven. Meaning, everything, all of the outcomes and the possible choices are from heaven, but the fear of heaven is which one are you going to choose? Meaning, are you going to choose to go to the place where there's less Torah? Are you going to choose the place that has more Torah? Are you going to choose the kosher food? You're going to choose not kosher food. You're going to choose the modest woman to get married to, or the not modest woman to get married to. You're going to choose the kosher job that makes a little bit of money in the beginning, but maybe more later on, or the non-kosher job that makes a ton of money before you go to jail. Which one? The choices are available to you, and Hashem is not going to decide for you. You decide, but the outcome of those choices are already there. So in essence, again, HaKadosh Baruch Hu knows the future, knows all of the choices, knows all of the outcomes. You still pick which road you have. So this is a very difficult concept for people to understand, and part of the reason, the biggest part of the reason, is because of ego, believe it or not. The reason why it's ego is because we are determined to believe that we are in charge of our life. No, I did it. I made the money. And I went there. And iPhone and iPad and I this and I generate everything. Because everybody wants control. You don't have any control. You don't have any control. You have control? Right? Wrong. That's the control you have. Righteous, wicked. Everything else, pop kiss. Tall, short, not in your control. Married, single, not in your control. Alive, dead, not in your control. Rich, poor, not in your control. Children, no children, not in your control. Live to 120 or till 20, not in your control. Only thing it's control, righteous, wicked. It's the only thing that's in your control.